Hey guys, this is 5th grade STEM activity for our virtual STEM. And today we're going to do mass versus volume splashdown. So we'll see. So if you don't know what mass versus volume is yet, that means you haven't gone to Chem for Kids in my classroom and you haven't read it. But it's okay, because not everybody's in 5th grade yet. So we have this thing right here, and as you can see, it is styrofoam, and this has a little mass because it's very light, but it has a big volume.
What
right?
does that mean, Miss Stewart? Because I didn't go into your classroom, sorry. So what do you mean by a big
mass
volume?
is how much something like weighs, if you will, and volume is how much space it takes up.
Oh.
So this, see, catch it, is super easy to catch. Very light. Nice!
It's not very heavy.
No. But then we have a brick.
So it has a lower mass because it's not
lower
as
mass,
heavy.
but it, as you can see, it's bigger than
so
the brick.
a higher volume.
Yep. The brick is heavy, guys. I'm going to toss it to Miss Walker. Anyway, and you can see that that weighs a lot more. So that has more mass, but less volume.
Yeah, definitely.
So what we're going to do is we're going to see which makes the bigger splash.
That's strong.
And that will be in our next segment.
So I wonder if it'll be things with bigger volume or bigger mass.
Let's find out.
All right.
After that great description by Miss Stewart, we're going to just have a look and see how we can determine how mass and volume work when we put them in water. So, Miss Walker, could you go over there and stand next to her and grab the things as I put them over there for you? So I'm thinking the first thing, the brick, because that had, you described that was really heavy, so the mass is large. So if you can just, let's see how that one looks.
Holy
How did that one work? Miss Walker.
I'm a wee bit wet. Yeah, that one definitely displaced a lot of water there.
That is good.
Wow, yeah, it has a lot of mass, so I think mass might be getting me more wet.
So do you think that, could you stand over there while we throw this? You know what, I'll
I
stand
don't
there
really
this
want
time.
to. Okay.
I'll stand there while you throw this one.
Oh,
and
thank you. I'm going to get you soaked.
And see if volume does the same
Take this, Mr. Thompson!
Oh.
Aww.
Oh,
That's
wasn't...
not fair.
Well, I got a little bit of splashing. Did you get a lot of splashing?
I don't know. What do you think?
So a brick to polystyrene, big difference. The mass definitely displaced a lot of water. The polystyrene didn't.
All right, so when you are doing this experiment, you are just going to be using the materials that you have at home. So they might not be the same materials that we have. For example, you might not have a big water bin like this, but you might have a bucket at home, which works just as well, okay? Some items that you might have, a soccer ball is a great one. We also have another ball right here that we're going to compare with. If you have two different sponges, you could compare a dry sponge with a wet sponge and see if there's any difference in the splash with those two items. Cans of soda or LaCroix if you're extra healthy. And a softball or baseball would be a good thing to compare. Any block of wood, and we have a little weight right here. If you have a younger brother or sister, maybe they have some little blocks like this. We're gonna compare that with just, I know it looks like a fancy gold fork, but this is a plastic fork. So those are some examples of things that you could compare. We also have this little spongy football that we're gonna compare with the wrench. I think you guys might already have some predictions for that one. So I think that, Mr. Thompson, I want to go ahead and try out these different soccer ball and the other ball. So I think it's your turn to go over there.
Stand over there.
You know, I know that you love soccer, so I'm not going to go with the soccer ball. I mean, after you drenched me, I think it's only fair that I choose something else, okay?
What's special about that ball?
I don't know. It's kind of got a lot of mass. It feels a little heavier than the soccer ball, so that's why I chose it for you.
Okay.
Extra special for you. Ready?
Am I catching this or is
No.
This... Oh, okay.
You're just gonna pick it out of the little water basin. How did that one do?
This is cold water.
Oh, but it's floating. Go ahead and grab
Okay,
that.
well, let's see about this one.
Yeah. Do you want to go over
Oh yeah,
for
I'll do
the soccer
that
ball?
one for the soccer
No,
ball.
I think
No
I-
problem.
Okay. Because you need to brush up on your soccer skills. We all know that Mr. Thompson has the soccer skills, so let's try it with Mr.
Ah!
A little bit, but I would say Do you think you got a little bit more wet?
I'm soaking.
Yeah.
So this is obviously a lot heavier.
Yeah, and if we look at that, I was going to say 5th graders, but this is for everybody. That is actually a weighted ball. What's the weight on that, Mr.
It's
Thompson?
8 pounds.
All right.
Probably a little
So
heavier
even-
than a soccer ball.
So even though they're the same size, this one's a lot heavier because it's got something inside.
Yeah, the volume is very similar, but the mass seemed to play a difference there.
And let's try the sponges. Why don't you throw the first dry one? Let's see.
Oh,
then-
no, Miss Stewart is picking out what she wants. Are you gonna wet that, Mr. Thompson? Good
I
job.
agree, but I'm going to stand here for both. Let's show them first.
Okay, the dry sponge.
and
All right.
then I will stand here for both.
Okay.
So you'll see, guys, these are the exact same sponge, okay?
Same volume.
And same volume, same mass as it is right now, a dry and a dry. But what we did is we added mass to the dry sponge. And so here's just the dry sponge. Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah. Okay,
And
now
then, of course, Mr. Thompson soaked this extra hard so that
it's absorbed some water. It's a little more dense now, and it definitely has more mass to it.
Okay. Okay, so as you can see, obviously the mass is going to make the bigger splash. So now we're just going to have fun and try and soak each other with various volume
So
versus
Miss
mass.
Stewart, while you're there, can I
Yeah.
compare these two?
Sure, I'll do one and then Miss Walker can do the other.
I call the wood.
Okay. So
Oh, wait, no, this is about 5
right,
pounds.
guys.
This has a pretty. This
So
might be more
on
than
this
5
one,
pounds.
you don't know how much these weigh, right? Of course, the weight has the title on it, but you guys don't know how much this weighs. So you're really gonna have to just know which has the bigger mass by the splash. And I'm gonna give you this back, Mr. Thompson.
You could also use a scale if you wanted to weigh the items and record the difference between the two.
All right,
I'm kind
let's
of
do
regretting
this.
my choice.
you change your
You
mind.
get a throw.
Okay.
Get her.
Yeah.
Whichever you want.
I'll let you take it easy on her
All right,
with a
here we
5
go.
pounder. This
Okay.
is probably 10.
Am I going first?
Yeah.
So will it make any difference how high I throw this?
I don't know.
Maybe we should do this twice. Once low and once high.
Great.
While
Why don't
you're
you do the
there.
low one with me and then we'll do the high one with Miss Walker.
Okay, ready?
Perfect. Yep.
Ooh. Didn't make
Okay.
a big splash.
Nope. All right, Miss Walker. Okay.
Would you like to throw it?
No, you're doing it so
Okay.
we have consistency.
Are you
No,
doing
no,
the
you're doing
high
the
throw?
high throw now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering
Nice
if that
try, Mr.
I'm wondering
Thompson.
if that extra gravitational pull is going to make a difference.
Okay. Let's hope I hit the target. Not the person.
A little bit more of a splash. Yeah, I think that gravitational pull from the being thrown a little bit higher added a little extra.
Okay, so
I'm
now
a
we're
trooper.
putting Mr. Thompson in over there, and
Yeah.
we're doing the weight versus the block. Now you guys just have to judge by the splash. I'll do the block. Ready?
Are we going to do a
the
low
weight?
and a high?
I'll do the weight.
We're gonna-
Nope, not low and high. We're just tossing it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
But look at that.
All right,
It floats.
pick it up. So I wonder, that might even bring in density.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. For those advanced that want to explore that. All right. Hopefully I don't whack you in
Are
the
you
face.
hitting high? Nope.
All right, so I think you got the point now, but it's also really fun to get Mr. Thompson wet. So we're gonna keep providing a few more examples for you in case you, for some reason, don't have water at home and can't do this experiment. We're kind of helping you out here. So Mr. Thompson, what do you want to do first? Are you craving a Mountain Dew or
I
a
think the
softball?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain
I
Dew?
think the Mountain Dew is going to make more of a splash.
More of a splash? I think it seems to be a little bit heavier, but I think we'll have to check. So Mountain Dew it is. All right, not too bad. Now let's try, this is a softball, so it's not quite as heavy as a regular baseball, I feel. I don't know,
Yeah.
that one's floated.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna do the weighted ball and the brick.
Is there a reason I'm still over there?
Yep, you're
Yeah.
the newbie, so.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try them both. Let's see. This one is just pure splash factor because they actually filled about the same weight.
Yeah.
So here we go.
That was,
Just leave it. Just leave it.
that was rubbish. Miss
Rubbish?
Stewart.
Okay.
That's not rubbish.
That was a great one. Good job, Miss Stewart.
Now I'm wondering if that splash was bigger. Was it the way I threw? Or was it because that has more volume as well?
What I'm thinking of doing, Miss Walker and Miss Stewart have decided they will definitely not leave where they're standing. Because I'm pretty soaked, as you can see. Miss Walker's a little bit more soaked.
Yeah.
Miss Stewart's not so
So
good.
maybe we should switch roles?
I am going to use this block, and they've already promised they won't move. So I'm going to put the block down and pick up this that I got earlier, and... No! I missed.
Oh, I did it! Now it's your turn. This is not getting right back.
All right, guys, come in. There you go. Mass versus volume from our 5th grade. All right,
Enjoy.
enjoy.